Hello and welcome to whathifi.com.
Today we're going to take you through how to make the most of iTunes, MP3 and digital music in general.
And in this context, by digital music, we mean music that's stored on a hard disk,
spelt with a K,
and not a round optical disk,
spelt with a C.
Perhaps you're new to PC-based music, or maybe you're already an iTunes user and you want to get more from it. In either case,
here's how you do it. Firstly, you need to populate your PC
or your Mac
with music. The first way to do this is by ripping CDs. When
ripping an album, first you should decide what format to use. If your computer has a relatively large hard drive, we recommend you use an uncompressed format such as IF or WAV, or a lossless format like Apple Lossless. These take up a lot more room on your computer, but they sound much better.
It's not always possible to use such large files though. For example, you might want to transfer your music onto a small portable, in which case you can maximise storage space by using a compressed format like MP3 or AAC. However, we still recommend keeping the bitrate high to avoid losing too much detail. 320 kilobits per second is a decent compromise.
If you want to change the format or the bitrate you're using in iTunes, here's how you do it. First, find the Preferences menu, then click on Advanced, then click Importing. And there you see all the formats that you can use and the various bit rates that are available to you.
The alternative way to get tracks on your PC is to download them. iTunes allows you to do this using the integrated iTunes Store. The selection's absolutely massive, but the bitrate of the tracks tends to be limited to 128 kilobits per second, and they're usually DRM protected.
DRM stands for Digital Rights Management, and this is essentially a now very nearly obsolete way of record companies trying to control what you do with the music you bought from them.
And in real-world terms means that you can't transfer the tracks you download onto a non-Apple MP3 player, such as this one.
If you are going to download from iTunes, try getting your music from the iTunes Plus part of the store. These tracks are at 256 kilobits per second, which means they sound a bit better, and there's no DRM.
Next, you'll probably want to listen to your PC's tunes in the home. To do this directly from the PC, look for a decent pair of active speakers, such as these Audio Engine A5s. Alternatively, it's also possible to connect your PC directly to a stereo amplifier and speakers.
But be warned, the better the partnering equipment you use, the more they'll show up inadequacies in the compression. So if you do want to listen to your computer's music through a proper hi-fi system, then as we said earlier, keep that bitrate as high as possible.
And if you're after a portable, more suggestions coming up.
If you're an iTunes user, then an Apple Portable really is the best way to go. The Nano sounds great and is very affordable, but the hard disk isn't massive, so if you have a huge library or you're interested in video, then the 160 gig iPod Classic is the best one for you.
If you're after style and a spec that includes Wi-Fi functionality, you might want to try the Touch or the iPhone. Where non-Apple players are concerned, a cheap and compact MP3 player like this Samsung or this LG makes a great portable for a smaller music collection.
While those with a bigger library or an interest in video should check out something like the Archos 605 Wi-Fi. There's no doubt about it, digitised PC-based music is the future for a lot of people.
And where once we were concerned with the quality compromise,
there's now no reason to compromise at all.
So remember, get a massive hard disk,
keep the bit rates high,
and you'll soon be enjoying your digitised music in all its glory.